Recorded Books presents The Bluff in My Rearview Mirror by Sylvia Shann. Narrated by Lynn Wright. Chapter 1. Getting the Fuck Out of Here. Even as a kid, it seemed as if I was always given more than I thought was deserved, both good and bad. Why was my life not like The Cosby Show? I swear, I hated everybody on that show except for Claire Huxtable. The reason was not clear to me at the time, for I had to spend most of my hatred in defense of not liking television, period. I don't know if that was a lie or not, but that usually stopped the recap of the last episode that my peers were ranting about as if these people were real. I would try not to think about stupid Denise, smart-ass Vanessa, and cute Rudy, even though she reminded me of my sister that I loved dearly. Oh, I had no offense to Theo, though. He was mostly absent in the conversations of the show anyway. My dislike of the Cosby clan was mostly due to the early realization that my life would not be anything comparable to the beautiful brownstone home, professional loving parents, planning future vacations, scholastic goals, and friends that were free to walk in and out the front door. I was thinking, what the hell? Where do they do that? We never left the door unlocked. No one was coming just to stop by. No unexpected or expected dinner parties. So if it was not happening to me, I wanted to waste no time watching someone else live their best life, especially when my life was shits, no giggles. Don't get me wrong. My single-parent mother loved my sister and I very much. She did the best she could. I am sure of it. Even maintaining discipline and demanding that we exercise creativity through contained expressions. We were not allowed friends to visit or junk food to lay around while we complained about anything. Beverly was not having it. If I said I was bored, Beverly would tell me to go draw a picture. If I said I didn't have any paper, she would tell me to go outside, find a rock, and paint it. I hated her for that. If I said there were no rocks to paint, she would, out of pure exhaustion, tell me to paint something on my closet wall. I was thinking, what the hell? She is nuts. Why can't we have cable? If I asked for candy, she would offer an apple, saying that it is sweeter than candy anyway. So I learned at an early age to make do or just not ask for shit. Figure it out. That's when I learned discipline, control, and the power of patience. I would not dare ask about after-school gatherings. I knew that was a no right out of the gate. I never told my friends I wasn't allowed to go to away games or even games after school. I knew I was responsible for my younger sister getting home from school and finishing the prep work required for dinner. Dinner was mostly fish, 2 vegetables, and iced tea. I don't remember having soda at home. Now you are probably thinking my mother was a Muslim or overly body conscious, right? Nope, it wasn't that. I remember wanting to eat ham so bad. It smelled so good. I vaguely recall eating it at some point in my life, but now as a teen, it was not allowed. Still, I was determined to have ham in my life. We were at our weekly grocery outing, and I remember plotting while my mom pushed the cart, thinking of how I would sneak ham into the basket. It was so heavy on my mind, I could barely control myself. I dreamt of ham and cheese on white bread with Miracle Whip that would be so great to take to school for lunch. My sister was acting up at the checkout as children do when surrounded by candy and gum all at perimeter eye level. She put something in the basket, and my mom was busy with coupon gathering and didn't notice. I'll be damned if she got away with a treat when I'd been manipulating the flow of traffic throughout that Raggedy Giant's grocery store that somehow managed to smell of rotten produce every time we dared visit. So, my sister and I started to fight at the checkout. My mom grabbed both of us by the upper arms, and I prepared myself for the untwisting of my arm as I always did. But this time, it was a lightning bolt pinch that sent shockwaves to my body. I remember feeling mortified. I had to be 14 years old and too old for this shit. Still determined to get the ham, I proceeded with them to bag the groceries. As soon
Sample complete. Ready to continue?